Jumping in the bed with the 2-dot team, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, you about tag on I got it in the bag, man, getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the volume. I had a in my shoulder,
you gotta picture me. Send me calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My presence disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. They don't make a sound. Money goes on me. White paint on my toes. When I see that new day alert, gonna be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win, are you pretty like no.
I never did anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the volume. I had a in my shoulder, you got a bitch. Jumping in the bed with the 2-dot team, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked a towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give up my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Nah, look at me, I'm the captain.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded about a yard deep. Now Gino on first down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. It's Smith. Benjamin with it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. On first down, Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Geno Smith taking it in from the 20. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Sturgis heads the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second-year man, Joe Mixon. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Barkley. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Detroit! Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Smith going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. That's going to go. It's a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Barkley. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. That's complete. Bernard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Top-ranked kids love the idea that they might go in the first round, but sometimes you fall into the right situation when you don't. I think that happened for Uchenna Nwosu out of USC. He went to the Chargers, a team that gets after the quarterback with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. Now he can do the exact same thing from his outside linebacker position. We just saw him get it done right there.
And the Chargers' temporary home, the StubHub Center in Carson, California, where he was born and raised. Mixon with a first down carry. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Now let's go!
Looking to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Bullock will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Smith to throw again. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They go play action here on first down. Room to run past midfield. And to the right side here, it's Allen. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Now let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On first and 10, Smith. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good game. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Going to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Geno Atkins able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They snap it to Smith. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now Gino on first down. He's got it to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again is Smith. Caught left side, Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, it's Smith. Gets it to Strong. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw, Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And caught right side, Green. And he's brought down. So we have reached halftime. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, what? All right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom! Gun! Boom! Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Smith on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on second down is Smith. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Smith. Right side catch. This is Gates. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Smith now on second down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Gates, the intended receiver there.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now Barkley. Caught Eifert over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Here's Barkley to Mixon on the check down. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Smith. Throwing again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56. Now let's go. 319. Gone. 319.
Back to throw here. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now Gino. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time. And it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Finds his target. It's Gates. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
4 down. Ready. 319. 319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Ready. 319. Z. 319. Z.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 19 in picking up the first. On play action, they'll throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he gets it down to the 32. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Throwing now, Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Out of the gun, Smith. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, it's Smith. This is caught. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Smith. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Geno Smith taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move.
It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And this one through the uprights and good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Smith going to throw it. Looking deep for his tight end Gates. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.